Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday. I'm glad you could join me tonight. If you guys could do me a favor and let me know if the stream is coming through as usual. I have always reasons to doubt the YouTube servers, but I think we're going to be in good shape tonight. Just going to go ahead and get a few things set up here, and with any luck, we should be in good shape, guys. I'm going to try to monitor the chat a little bit better tonight, but anytime I'm off screen here, guys, on any of the pre-made content, there's a chance I'm going to miss what's going on in the chat, but I will try and catch up. We'll just make sure that we are good. Bruce said all clear. I hope that means... perfect. Thanks, Steven. We are good. Cheers, guys. Happy Monday. It's been a good Monday for me. It's been a really long day. I pushed about 14 and a half hours of work in my normal day job today, so I'm a little beat, but I've been through work. It was a good day. I got my way on a lot of things in the computer world, and that usually doesn't happen on a Monday, so pretty happy about that. Pretty stoked. If only I could get this PC and YouTube to see it my way, I'd be all set. But could be a lot worse, guys. So far, I see we've got Jay, we've got Steven, we have Gregor here. Cheers, guys. Good to see you guys again. Some familiar faces. It's awesome to see you guys back. And without further ado, I think we're in good shape. I just always have to look for those phantom browser windows that might actually be feeding out some audio onto the cast, because I don't have my headphones on just yet, and I don't want to put them on just yet. I want to hear what's going on, going on in the background. So I'll explain that in a minute, but I need to hear what comes from my downstairs down below me. Perfect. Steven said, I don't start work till next week. I'm glad. Good for you, Steven. I am happy for you. That it's always nice to have some time off in the holidays and get some time with family and get some unwind time. It's good for us all, I think. I think it's pretty important, actually. Alright, guys, we'll see if I can get some of the pre-made content to fire up here with any luck. And Bruce said we might have just lost you. Let me check. Nope, 0 dropped frames. My stream is solid. So, we're good. Steven said, yeah, all good there. So, we are good from this side. We will see. So I got some news this week. Just go through some of the things I threw together. Some things that I find interesting. Hopefully you guys will find interesting. We'll see. I covered this before, but we're finally getting there. The Falcon 9 rocket launch is supposed to be this week. Hopefully. I think it's pushed back to the end of the week, but I'm not sure on that. But this is the one where they're going to land that rocket, that Falcon 9, vertically on a floating platform. Super cool. I gotta see this. Bobby's here. Hey, Bobby. Excellent to see you, sir. So this one's been all over the news for a long time. A lot of my subs and myself are into FPV and RC a little bit. I hate that the media keeps calling them drones. They're not drones. They're just RC FPV things. But a lot of press over the FPV drone threat, they're calling it. And I have no doubt it is actually a threat. A lot of people got some RC quadcopters and stuff, some big ones too now that they're mass market, and they're becoming a real hazard for aircraft because people don't follow the damn rules or even bother to look up a rule or a guideline or insurance or anything. I think we're going to see a lot of this, and we're going to see a lot of legislation come down. The FAA is going to come down with an iron fist. I have no doubt. and make it almost impossible for any FPV. But yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, the electric imp messaging service is still active. I wonder if this still works. It came through just now. If you guys know where the link to that is, you can send messages directly to me and I will see them right down here below on the LCD screen. If you're interested in that project, you can check out the previous casts. But yeah, we'll see what happens on this one, guys. Jay said, I have a couple of quadcopters myself, GR, FAA. Yeah, it's really too bad, but this is the way it's going to end up, guys. I don't think there's any way out of it. The FAA is going to stick their nose into it and is going to legislate for you guys in the US. Canada will follow suit shortly thereafter. I have no doubt in my mind. We'll see what happens, but yeah. It only takes a few people to wreck everything for the many. Our NASA lander that landed on the comet. Some interesting news this week. The scientists and the operational team seem pretty confident that this thing's going to wake back up as it comes around closer to the sun, which is going to be in the next month or two. So it's going to be pretty cool to see what happens here, guys. If this thing wakes up and starts sending some data again, it's going to be kind of neat. It was a really neat mission, a really long mission. I find this stuff pretty cool. I wish them all the success in the world. I really hope this thing fires back up, and despite a few technical hiccups, it has done as intended so far, so we'll see what it ends up doing. Quick glance at the comments, make sure I'm still on screen here. We have Ringway Manchester's here. Evening, Eric. Great to tune in. Good to have you, buddy, and glad you could make it. Steven said, I wonder if it still worked. Jay said, I do follow the rules, though. Yeah, I have no doubt you do. What else we got here, guys? For some... Oh, yeah, okay. This is why I'm trying to listen over my shoulder and not have the headphones on. Guys, I'm Canadian, as most of you know. We're hockey fans. I don't watch hockey every weekend. I watch the odd NHL game. But right now is the gold medal game for the IHF World Juniors. It's Canada versus Russia. This is the game, and these kids, these are the future NHL stars. They play their ass off. It's incredible. If you're at all into hockey, you've got to watch the World Juniors tournament. And while this one's kind of a big one because Canada hasn't taken home a gold since 2009, I think. So, yeah, I'm missing the gold medal game right now. That's kind of a cardinal sin for being a Canuck, but hey, we got our live cast. So if any of you guys care to update me on the score, if there is one, please do. I'm going to probably hear over my shoulder if Canada scores. I have a Budweiser red light in the basement. The goal horn goes off. But if you don't mind, let me know if there's some Russian scores, because I won't hear those. We don't honk for those. What else have we got here, guys? See if I can keep up with the comments here. Guys, go ahead. If you're here and watching, make sure that you do throw a message in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Love saying hi to you guys. Really enjoy this time with you guys. This one I found kind of interesting. Something I didn't know. The Hubble Space Telescope replacement is in order, is underway, and it's supposed to be launched in 2018. So the Hubble is pretty much on its way out. It's done its lifetime. I'm sure they'll keep going as long as it'll go. But the plan was to replace it with another monster that more capable, newer technology, blah, 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 by 2018. That's not far off. And there's going to be a lot of publicity about it here right shortly. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. We'll see what happens. Not really news at all anymore, guys. A while back, YouTube launched the support for the 60 frames a second video. what I'm curious, what do you guys think of it? I've seen this. A lot of my favorite YouTube subscriptions are using 60 FPS, and I have to say, guys, I'm pretty torn. I don't think I like it. There used to be a popular convention saying the humans can't tell the difference anything above 30 anyway. I can sure as heck see the difference. It's very, very. There's a lot of action to it. I I have to say, I think I prefer like 25 frames per second. All my stuff's done in 30, but I'm curious, when the time comes, what do you guys think about the 60 frames a second? Because I'm gonna have to upgrade a camera here soon. I can't keep shooting my videos on a cell phone. It doesn't work. So I'm looking. I'd like to go the DSLR route, which I don't know. Let's see if I can. Wham. Right over over there is my DSLR up on the shelf. Problem is it's Pentax. I shoot a Pentax camera, and they're not real good for video. But I'm shopping around trying to. They're getting up there, and when the time comes, I'd like to get a decent camera body. And should I be going the 60 frames per second capable route? What do you guys think? Does it look good? Does it look bad? Let me know. Just check the chat real quick. Steven said 30 frames is good for most streams videos. Yeah, I totally agree. It's plenty. 60 just costs more bandwidth and time to render. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I just I'm curious on the look of it. Like, people rave about this, that it's good and people love it, and I don't like it in an action video or a video of a person and a project, that kind of thing. I just, for some reason, I don't know, maybe I'm kind of a way out there, but it just doesn't appeal to me for some reason. Ringway, Bobby said 30 frames per second, agreed. Jay said not a 60 frames, and Ringway said it's great for action vids, but for vlogs I don't see the point really. So yeah, I totally agree, guys. Rui's here. Hey Rui, good to see you, buddy. Glad you could make it. Actually, I think I have some content including you coming up. Alright, well, appreciate your input on that, guys. Anyone in the future who sees this, go ahead and put some comments down below. These comments, by the way, guys, if you didn't already know, these comments on these live feeds don't stay anymore. Any of these chat window stuff goes away after the live broadcast. So anyone in the future, please weigh in on the 30 versus 60 frames. I'd love to hear it. Alright, we got some stuff from the community, guys. Let's see what we got. Cheers, by the way. I've got a nice honey brown lager tonight, and no, I didn't brew this myself, but it is awfully tasty. That's my first gulp of it. That's really good. So from the community this week, guys, this is stuff that I found, stuff people have shared, some just random stuff from all over the place that I think might be of interest to you guys. Dennis Baldwin, I don't know whether Dennis is with us, I can't remember. Dennis, if you're with us, say hey. He posted up, he was with us last week, by the way, guys. He posted up some open drone map software, free and open source toolkit for creating aerial, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that right now. Basically doing, patching together a whole bunch of aerial pictures into geotagged, everything, a full composite image, and it looks incredible. I'm really interested to give this a try. I have a Canon camera that I have hacked with CHDK, and I might just have to mount it to one of my FPV plane and see what I can do with this. That was pretty cool. Check out the video. I think I shared that to the G Plus community. Rui shared getting started with the ESP8266 Wi-Fi transceiver. A great video on getting this going. Guys, if you weren't here before, I mentioned these before on the live cast. I think I have one right here. Let's see if I can show you guys. This is the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. These things are quite capable little modules. They're kind of new on the scene, really. Not a lot of information out there, so it's nice when people like Rui post videos on these and share this info. How to get started with them. Basically, it's Wi-Fi for your microcontroller in an easy little package instead of buying those pre-made Arduinos like the Yun that has Wi-Fi on board. It's a nice, simple little package. Dirt cheap. You can buy them for a few bucks. So, quick check the chat here, guys. Yeah, sorry, Lewis. I'm gonna try and remember that, Lewis. For some reason, I picked that up last week and I missed it again. Steven said, everything above 25 frames per second is just smoother and the eye doesn't see individual frames. Cinema's only used 25 to 30 and I've never complained. Yeah, I totally agree, buddy. I actually prefer 25 over 30. It gives it that cinematic quality. Depends on what you're shooting, of course, but for vlogs and stuff and people being in the shots, I really think 25 is really classy. It may be the right word. I don't know, but yeah, I find 60 really harsh. BMS Web says, hey, I'm glad you could make it. Guys, check out BMS Web channel if you're into any of the RC stuff and FPV that we discussed a few minutes ago. Awesome channel, some great content on there. FPV stuff, RC stuff, all kinds of great stuff. I've been a subscriber for a long time. So glad to see you here. Really appreciate you dropping by. Steven said, just a quick question. What do you think of PCduino? Actually, I have a slide on that coming up. I have a PCduino, and you will see a video on it coming up. No, I haven't even done the unboxing or anything on it. It's been parked, and I haven't played with it at all. I think it has huge potential. I really love the look of the PCduino, and that's why I got one. No, I haven't even used it yet, but yeah. Jay said, Eric, they were around, just not mainstream info recently. They've been around for a couple of years. The Wi-Fi module, yeah, absolutely. It's not new. My bad. They're new on the scene though. No one was using them. They're really picking up popularity. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But BMS Web, thank you. You're way too kind. Subbed. Excellent. Good, guys. I love when we get. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't know what your opinion is, guys, but well, actually, I think I might. Most of us that hang out together, follow each other on YouTube, guys that are watching me right now, we have a lot of the same interests and hobbies. So I really enjoy being able to share out and kadats, so to speak, like you guys do in our G Plus community when you post something up. It's a huge benefit for all of us. You don't have to search around to find each other. It's a much quicker path to having content that we're interested in. And I love YouTube. I love watching YouTube. I'd rather watch YouTube than TV any day of the week. But because I can choose the people I'm interested in, my feed always has something I want to watch, like you people. So yeah, cool stuff. That wasn't the end of these though. On the 8266 Wi-Fi module, Dirk posted this. Let's get my monitor up. This might not come across real well, but it is in our G Plus community that you can find linked in the description. Dirk posted this today. He made his own firmware for the 8266 so that it is a web server. And that, again, is another super handy function, because then you set this thing up So it just hosts a web page, and then you can have your interactivity with it via the web page. You just connect with your phone or your PC over the Wi-Fi. You can do it other ways. You can host the page elsewhere, but pretty cool to see a firmware hack that you can actually host the page directly on this, and then it's all self-contained on a really basic Arduino right down to like a Pro Mini. So, pretty cool. Check that out, guys. It was a good video. He posted up the code, which is totally cool. That's makes everything so much easier for the rest of us. But yeah, let's check out and see what we got. Oh yeah, guys, if I didn't mention it, remember the chat's going to be about 1 minute or so behind what I'm actually broadcasting. Unfortunately, it's the nature of YouTube, so plus the lag time it takes me to get over and take a look at it. Steven said, I asked because I received one from my son, soon to be in-laws, that I haven't had a chance to get into it, but yeah, I can't wait to get coding on it. Yeah, Steven, you'll see the PC Arduino coming up. BMS Web said, yep, that's what I love. We all learn from each other. Couldn't agree more, sir. More agreements in the chat. And yeah, I really love this time with you guys and all the stuff we learn from each other and content we share. It's totally awesome. Let's make sure I've got the... Yep, I do have the screen up. So this one's kind of random. This happens to me not as often as I'd want, but YouTube suggested videos. I do pay attention to those because the YouTube/Google is getting a lot better at suggesting content that a person might be interested in. They're very keen to keep us on YouTube and watching videos and hopefully playing some ads for them. And this was one that got suggested to me this week, and I had never seen it. eTech Tom. Guys, if you're interested in Arduino stuff, check it out. He has actually a really good channel. Pretty good number of subscribers too, and I'd never seen it before. I don't remember seeing a single one of these videos because for the most part, anytime I'm interested in a video, if the video is at all well made and I kind of gravitate to the content, I just hit subscribe. And this one I wasn't, so it was a nice pleasant surprise when YouTube shows me something I want to see. So check out his channel. Another story on the power of YouTube, guys. This one I don't think I shared out in the G Plus community. Kind of a funny story here. Looking up nerdy stuff and wandering around YouTube, I run across this video scoring music for a rocket launch by Gregory P. Loomis. First thing in the video it says, play this loud. So I said, all right, well, Gregory knows best, so I cranked it up. And I was hooked immediately. It's actually his own composition of music shown over some NASA space shuttle footage. I actually got chills, guys. I'll be honest. It was I like epic music, and I really enjoyed this. Despite the ignore the at the bottom, you'll notice it has a content match, but it actually isn't. It's some later footage in the video that content matched. It is his own composition. Anyway, power of YouTube. I dropped him a comment. I said, this is pretty damn cool. Any chance I could maybe get some of your music to use on a video later if we do another high altitude balloon launch, another stratosphere launch, because I think epic music would be great for that. Of course, he responds, and his response is yes, absolutely. Power of YouTube, guys. Leave a comment, reach out to someone, and sometimes they reach right back and say, heck yeah, I'll work with you or help you or give you things, or yeah, I'd be happy if you share my content. Anyway, really love this platform. It just resonated with me, plus it was really cool music, so check it out if you get bored. Before we go on, I'm just gonna double check on the chat, guys. I'm probably a little behind. Jay said, I love YouTube. I learn a lot more than reading forum pages. I love seeing firsthand how things work or don't work. Yep, me too. I like the don't work sometimes too. I love the videos that show that side. Steven said, Jay, you can also see what's... Oh, sorry, I should actually call him by his name. I should actually say it's Joseph and not Jay, but we've gone to short forms because we've been talking offline a little bit. Anyway, you can see what they're doing and following along with forums. You can't really do that. Yep, totally agree. You can't. And meet a lot of great people and a lot of great friends as well. Cheers, guys. I can't agree more. Back to make sure I'm sharing the content here. Leroy posted this. I shared it to the G Plus community. Leroy Miller, I don't think he's with us. I haven't seen him pop up in the chat yet. He posted a few videos, one on using some NeoPixels with the Arduino. This is something I haven't done yet. It's on my to-do list. I gotta get playing with some of these NeoPixels, addressable LEDs. It seems pretty cool. I think I should give it a try, but he posted some neat stuff on that. I thought it was pretty cool. Not sure why he always has comments disabled for the video. Leroy, hit me up in the messages or in the comments why you have comments disabled, and I can't say how nice your video is. Guys, I ran across this yesterday. I shared it to the G Plus community as well. A neat article and video on serial communication using infrared. So basically they're just using an infrared emitter and receiver, and you can definitely have multiple. You could do both ways, bidirectional, no problem with them. But I thought this worthy of sharing because what you've effectively done is you've optically isolated your electronic circuits from each other. And in a lot of situations, this is really desirable without actually even using an optocoupler. You can get infrared receivers and emitters out of scrap remote controls and old VCRs, no problem, and set these up just out of e-waste. And you've effectively optically isolated the circuits from each other. So if there was a major problem in one, it's not going to affect the other. Like an electrical problem, that is, when you let the smoke out of things. I thought that was pretty cool, guys. Thought it worthy of sharing. Let me know what you think of it. Go quick back to the chat. Make sure that I'm caught up. Ringway said, I agree, guys. It's great to interact with and watch videos from people who share the same interests. Eric, you got me into different radio modes, SDR decoding, stuff I never heard before. I saw your vids. Absolutely the power of YouTube. Yes, sir. I couldn't agree more. I got it from YouTube as well. I think I got started with the software-defined radio stuff from Google, and of course I go right to YouTube because I'm lazy and want to see a video and want to see how things work quickly. And that's how I got started, and then thought I'd share with you guys. Perfect. I think we're caught up, guys. Guys, this one's back to the RC stuff. This is a channel, I think most of you here, anyone who likes RC stuff and likes to have a laugh now and again, go over to the RC Gut with 2 T's channel and just subscribe to them. Every week they, I think they're out of Norway. If there's anybody here in the chat that's already subbed, go ahead and throw your input in. But I'm pretty sure they're out of Norway, and they just crack me up. They do long flight videos every week, and it's damn cold there 8 months out of the year, and they just have a blast. They have a lot of funny stuff go on, a lot of crashes, no rules in Ringaboo, and they do a lot of fun stuff. So check out their channel. I'll be honest, I look forward to their videos every week. Them, and if you're into RC, there's a Spoctra 50 channel as well. And that's my kind of weekend dessert, is seeing their new videos each week. Just a blast. And let's catch up with the comments here real quick. BMS Web, hey Eric, I discovered you after one of your comments on my videos. What a find! Yeah, I'm glad you could make it. I actually I usually try and comment on most of the videos that I find interesting, and anyone that posts good comment, I try and just say hey or thanks or something like that. Yours, I don't even remember how many I've commented on, but I remember specifically, I remember throwing you my LiPo transmitter video, and I imagine I've said awesome work on several others. But yeah. Chong McBong is here. RC Gut is brilliant. Ringaboo RC for the win. Absolutely. Bloody hilarious. Oh, yeah. Guys, you got to check out RC Gut. It's just an awesome channel. All right. We are caught up with that portion. Let's go back to comments for a minute here, guys. I haven't heard the goal horn go off downstairs, so I'm guessing Canada either hasn't hit the ice yet or hasn't scored in the Canada-Russia game. If anyone knows otherwise, please let me know. Let's have a look. Rui said, I've also purchased a couple of SDR USB dongles after watching your videos. Hey man, I'm glad you did. For the price of them, I don't have one handy here, but for $10 for an essentially all band receiver, they're awesome. I couldn't believe what they're capable of, so that's why I shared so many videos, and I'm really glad you guys got into it. They're actually really handy for silly stuff like the Arduino satellite doing 433 megahertz transmitter. I want to know if the thing is working. I just pull up the SDR and look at it. I don't need another Arduino running another 433 megahertz transmitter. I pull up the SDR and I look at it and receive it in whatever modulation I want, whether it be sideband or AM or FM or whatever. So yeah, they're crazy powerful little tool. Unbelievable. Curio Foxtrot, I found you through the InMove stuff, I believe. Good stuff, yeah. Another hobby of mine, the robotics. The InMove robot project. A lot of fun. I really enjoy that one. You're going to see some of that coming up again. I have some plans for that. BMS Web said, you pointed me in the right direction with something, and when I clicked on your name, it was wow, awesome content. Cheers, buddy. I really appreciate that. I love your channel, too. Crazy stuff there. Awesome. Hey, Bobby. Anyone else have a spouse that picks the worst time to talk? I have no idea what's been going on for the last 20 minutes. Hey, Bobby, I'm glad you made it, buddy. Not much has been going on, just the general overview of some stuff from the community and some news or not news. I don't know what it was really, but yeah, just the general stuff. And the good part of these is if anybody does want to go back and see it, it will be live later forevermore as a captured YouTube video. Alright guys, let's see if I can get this fired back up. What else have we got? Got some stuff from the shop, guys. So this past week, I did another viewer feedback show. It seems to be well received. People seem to be liking it. Actually, there was a request. It'll be in the upcoming feedback show, which will air this Wednesday, to do them as a podcast as well. Anyone has any information on that, please let me know. Maybe don't do it so much in the comments here, because maybe just shoot me a message. I would love to actually do them as a podcast as well. I think it's a great suggestion. If people want it, that's what I'm going to do. Last week I did the SSTV, the slow scan TV from the International Space Station. That was well received, and that was a fun video. I was pretty happy. I actually managed to capture images directly from the space station, especially with a $10 SDR stick. Now, mind you, I did use a slightly expensive antenna for that, but yeah, $10 SDR stick, and I'm able to capture images from space. Too cool. What else we got here, guys? The Arduino satellite, another video went live on that. I did the telemetry downlink. It is working perfectly. Everything is actually working just tickety-boo on this thing. I'm amazed at what I've been able to do. Upcoming, I'm going to try some new things with some multiple Arduinos and some data bus linking between the two. or between many of them, actually. Depends on how many we add. And I'm going to add another downlink. What I'm going to do, actually I'm going to keep that a secret. You guys will see coming up. It should be a pretty neat video. Let's see what we got in the chat here, guys, before I get too far behind. Eric, where's your other half? Have you warned her to stay away? No, she is out tonight. She actually dances on Monday nights in another town about an hour away. So that's why this night actually works out pretty good. And no, I can have her on the show, but she's not big on that, I don't think. But yeah, she's away tonight. And I think we're caught up. Good stuff, guys. Okay, this one's going to be hard to read on the screen maybe a little bit for you guys. I ran across these, and I'm curious on your input. If anyone watching this now or in the future has any information on these style of 433 meg transmitter and receivers for Arduino or microcontrollers, please let me know. I ran across them in amidst all of the other ASK, the amplitude shift keyed versions, which I don't think is that guy right there on the end of the board. Those are the standard one that everybody uses. But these other ones are FSK. They're frequency shift keyed. I can't find much information on it. I didn't see anything obvious on YouTube because it all blends in with these ASK units. But if anyone has any info, please throw it in the G+ community. The fact that we could do frequency shift keying means I can do FM transmissions with my Arduino satellite and other modes possibly. So I'm really interested in these. They seem like a slightly more robust chipset, something that I can work with and do even much more fun things than the cheapie that I've already pushed well beyond what I thought it could do. So yeah, if you guys have any info on that, please let me know. Let's go back to the chat. Jay said, Eric, try Pro Mini, man. I actually have lots of Pro Minis, buddy. I use the Pro Minis lots, but when I'm protoing, I use the Nanos. Because I'm lazy. I don't want to plug in the USB programmer, and the Nano is the same price and comes with USB on board. I use the Pro Minis when I move down and need to do small size things, and you're going to see that in a video coming up for my FPV project. I need to do a failsafe and for the autopilot system, a failsafe for the RC receiver, and you'll see me use a Pro Mini for that one. Alright guys, there's the imp. I don't know why this one's still in there, but that's actually sitting right below me on the desk. Someone did send a message a little while ago, said stick with 30 frames a second. I'm guessing it was probably Steven maybe. And camera. There we go. Some new things last week. I did get the Bitcoin miner. Video I haven't finished cutting the unboxing video yet, but the Bitcoin miner, spoiler, is up and running and mining Bitcoin. And you'll see some videos coming up in the future. It's just an experiment for the channel to see if it's still even viable, to see what we can do with one of these ASIC miners. And yeah, if you're interested, there'll be some info. This is some of the hashing it was doing. This is only a 32 gigahash unit, which is the rate at which it can mine, and that's not a lot by today's standards. And they work pretty good. We'll see. Can it make any money? I don't know. Donations. I take Bitcoin for donations, guys. That's the little QR if you're interested in donating some Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Let's catch up and see what's going on in the chat here, guys. Not too much going on. I think we're caught up with that. Let's see what else we got. What time we got here, guys? 7:39. I will open up the Skype lines shortly if you guys are interested in calling in for a voice chat. I'm going to try and keep this to 1 hour. I'm trying my darndest here, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Some sneak peeks for you guys. So on the FPV stuff, you will see some build videos and some information coming up on my first-person view RC plane. That is not mine, but same model in the picture. I have the big one I'm building right now is the Hobby King EPP FPV. It's a big goofy looking plane with absolutely atrocious color scheme, but I'm thinking it's going to be a very capable FPV platform. I'm really looking forward to it. So you'll see some of the videos on that coming up. This is what we were talking about earlier. We mentioned the InMove robot. I am going to attempt a video on this, hopefully in the next upcoming week or two, maybe, where I'm going to try and get back to putting the head of this robot together. So I do have it all completely printed and sitting in a box, and I think I have enough servos now. I had to rob a couple of servos for my planes, but I think we're back in business, and I have a webcam to use for one of the eyes, and we should be in good shape. And I think we've actually discussed this enough. The ESP8266, you're going to see some projects coming up on this, guys, pretty soon. And we'll give it a try and see how it works. And yeah, we'll follow some of the work that you guys have already done. Raspberry Pi, I'm going to try and do a couple of projects coming up on the Pi. One of them is already in use. That's what's running my Bitcoin miner right now, is my Pi, and it's working perfectly. I'm amazed at how well it works. So we're going to do some power consumption monitoring on that, and then maybe use the Pi in some other projects. We'll see. And as well, this came up a little earlier, we're going to try the PC Arduino. This one has been sitting in my pile of to-do videos on for months now, guys, and I just haven't got around to it. So I gotta get a video out there on this PC Arduino. We've got to see what this thing can do, because I think, my personal opinion, it seems way more capable than the Pi. It just seems more geared towards what I want to do with hardware. I want to do I/O, and I want to have Linux running in the background. It's already got everything. No muss, no fuss. We already covered the satellite. There'll be more on that. And that is about it for that. Let's go quickly back to the chat. See what I missed out on. I saw it scrolling by here. What do we got? Guys, I just got to read a few of these. Bobby said, I just ordered this today for $5.95. Is this a good one? I'm still learning. New Atmega 328p CH340G Uno R3. Well, if you got an Uno for $5.95, yeah, you can't go too far wrong with that. I don't personally like, I'll be honest, guys, I don't like the Uno one bit. I can't get my head around what use it is. If you want to put shields on them, I think they're great, but like, I do all my stuff on breadboard. Everything is plugged into breadboards, and the Uno is not breadboard friendly, which is fine. You can use jumpers to the breadboard, but then you got two things flopping around. I guess if you needed all the I/O, it would be good for that, but I won't knock them. It's an Atmega 328. Can't go wrong. Lewis said, now you're talking. Looking forward to the FPV RC stuff. Yep, good stuff. I'm glad you guys are looking forward to the RC. Steven said RC always goes down well. Awesome. Joseph asked, hey, where's the link for your imp? I lost it. It's hidden. I didn't post it on this video because I'd oh, he already found it. Hello from Jay. Finally sent you one. So apparently I am a little behind on the comments. Oh yeah, Steven. Steven said the PC Arduino has more I/O ports than the Pi. Yes, it does, and more capable in a lot of ways, in my opinion. And good processor, Wi-Fi on board. How can we fail? It's gonna be fun. Chong McBong said Uno is perfect for musical floppy drives. Yeah, sure it would. You could make musical anything out of them. Like I said, I just don't like the form factor of the Uno with the female sockets on it. I don't do anything with shields. I do everything breadboard, so just not my thing. Jay said CH340 is the one I got myself, but it died after a week. Oh, that sucks. Guys, if you want to hit me up after, I can send you links if anyone's interested in the tried and proven ones I use. If you're interested in buying the Nanos, I'll send you this. Actually, you can see it in my how to buy Arduino stuff video. The supplier name is on there. I buy from the same suppliers in China and Hong Kong all the time. And they other than the FTDI, so FTDI gate is back. I don't know whether anyone else is affected with this, but my Windows 7 PC that I'm using right now decided to revert to those freaking FTDI BS drivers that came out in October that FTDI said they pulled back. No, they didn't. Either that or Windows messed up and re-put them out there because it bricked 3 of my Nanos this week. I know what's wrong. It's the FTDI chip is not genuine, but this freaking FTDI driver, this malicious monster that they put out there, is back again, even though they swore to their customers that oopsie, we're sorry, we didn't mean to brick everybody's products. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting on that. If anybody wants to watch a good rant on that, go to Dave Jones' EV blog and search FTDI gate. Lots of good info on there. It's easily fixable though, guys, just so you know. Bobby said, what do you recommend? Yep, I recommend the Arduino Nano. And Jay said the Arduino Nano are awesome. Yep, I agree. And Chong McBong says, I get my Arduinos from Banggood.com. Yeah, I've never bought anything out of Banggood. Their prices are actually totally reasonable. It's not that far off what I can get the stuff right out of Hong Kong for. It's not that much more. From what I dealt with Banggood a little bit. I reached out to them to see whether they wanted to support the channel with a product to review, and they were all on board, except I was inquiring about the RC stuff, and they put the brakes on that because they had all kinds of RC people. But then they emailed me back not that long after and wanted to send me some electronic stuff because they saw my channel. And I reached out to them and I looked at their prices and I said, sure, we can do some Arduino stuff, and I never heard from them since. So, meh, what are you going to do? All right, let's one more comment here. Steven said EV blog, Aussie Dave is cool and funny. He cracks me up. And Chong McBong says, I've had 50 orders so far and no bother yet. Well, good stuff. Like when we have good suppliers. It's another great forum for sharing good product experience. All of us tend to gravitate towards the same goofy toys and hobbies, and it's nice when we can share that info and save each other some grief about stuff that works or doesn't work. I enjoy that too. So, yeah. One last item for the pre-made stuff, a tech tip of the week, guys. I finally took the plunge and got around to going back to Linux. So guys, this PC that I'm on right now, it runs Windows 7, and I need a Linux box. At the end of the day, to do some of these cool new SDR programs, I need to be running Linux. I don't have one. I don't have another PC. They're all tied up with the flight sim and various other uses. So I went this road, and it's been several years since I've done it. I thought I'd share this. For anyone not familiar, you can install any operating system within another operating system using setting it up as a virtual machine. VirtualBox is a program I used a long time ago. It has gotten so much better. It will completely control the install of any operating system within the operating system you're running. So today I set up Ubuntu 13.10, I believe, within my Windows 7 PC. No problem. It takes like 5 minutes to set the thing up. It takes longer to download the program than to set it up. And then install Linux, and away it went. And it's working perfectly. So guys, Big thumbs up to VirtualBox. Check it out if you're interested in doing multiple operating systems on one PC. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Lots of good tutorials out there as well. Alright, let's see what else. Try and catch up here. Try and catch a drink. Jay said, I have VirtualBox and love it. Perfect. Awesome. Good to hear. Guys, that's about it for the pre-made content. I will go ahead and I'll crack the Skype line open. If anyone's interested in calling in, you're welcome to call me on Skype and we can talk live. Otherwise, we'll go through the end of the chat contents. Guys, if you don't mind, click the thumbs up down below if you like these style of vids. If you're not already a subscriber, well, go ahead and hit that button too, but really appreciate it. And as Skype boots up, I want to throw out a thank you. I'm not sure whether they'll want their names mentioned, but at least one of them is here with us right now watching. Guys, I have a Patreon account as well. It's linked down below, where it's for content creators to be able to people can pledge however much money per month or per video. I do mine per month. So if somebody wants to throw me $1 a month, they can go on to Patreon and go ahead and sign up for that. And it comes off, I think you can do PayPal or whatever. But I've had that set up for a while, and the original intent was, guys, the only funding that comes into this channel is from the YouTube ads. And if you don't already know, I put that right back into the projects for the YouTube videos. There's nothing goes into my house or groceries or anything like that. It all goes right back in. Hopefully I'll be able to get some camera gear someday. But I did the Patreon campaign as a backup, because if AdSense, if I got a strike against AdSense for whatever reason, if somebody sat there and hammered on my ads on my channel, I'd get banned from AdSense immediately, and I would lose everything that YouTube offers per month. I would be basically shunned. So the Patreon was set up as a backup. I haven't done much with it, haven't pushed it, at least I try not to. I hardly even mention it if I can, but 2 different people that are regular viewers went ahead and pledged right before Christmas, and I really appreciate that, guys. A huge thank you. I don't know how to thank you, other than I'm just going to keep making content for you guys, and it really helps. So heartfelt thank you, guys. It really touched me. I was blown away. So you know who you are. Perfect. So I'm just I got all sidetracked and got all happy there thinking about Patreon supporters. Got all sideways, guys. All right, let's go back. The YouTube chat's a little bit finicky for me to keep up with here, because it's hard to scroll back once I'm off the main page. Chong says, Windows 3.1, here I come. You know what the funny thing is? I thought about setting up an XP VirtualBox. Steven said, Eric, you just reached your first milestone on patreon.com. Well, someone went in. Thank you, whoever has been into Patreon and supporting me, because I was short of the first milestone. I think I had the milestone set up at $50 per month, and yeah, that's going to help a lot. That's awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. Jay said, I still have the 3.1 PC still running. That's awesome. I would love to have that. Curio said, I have to head out. Awesome show. See you next time. Cheers, buddy. Bobby said 3.1 is what I started with. Very cool. Steven posted the link for the Patreon. Thank you, Steven. You're awesome. And Jay said, I started with DOS just to play with, but then 3.1, and I was all... I remember when that came out. That was I used to have DOS. Oh, we had DOS games on my uncle's computer. I didn't the fanciest thing I ever had when I was younger was Commodore VIC-20, and when they got a DOS based machine, that was pretty cool. Tick's here. Hello all. Hey Tick, good to see you. And Chong said, I'm too broke to donate, but thanks for the vids. No worries. Donation is never even expected. I do these videos for you guys. Anything that I get, donations or ad wise, goes right back into the channel. That just allows me to bring better content and spend a couple of bucks on things like the photo umbrella that's off to my left that I paid a grand total of like $10 from eBay for, and various other things. So yeah, it just we'll keep building things up slow, guys, and hopefully I can keep the video quality increasing for you. That's my main goal, no matter what. It doesn't even take money to do that. It's just been getting my knowledge around video editing and trying new things, and watching a ton of other videos. Finding the time to do that while trying to plan projects for this channel has been a little hard, but I've always made trying to improve my videos a real priority lately, and I hope it's showing. I look back at my old videos and I just cringe, guys. Oh man, don't look at anything more than a few months old. Man, horrible stuff. But it got you guys here. So Bobby said, I'll do what I can. Eric, Bobby, you are always sharing my videos and commenting. Oh, guys, that's more than I could ever expect of anyone. I really appreciate it. Just yeah, all that support and shares and comments. That's why I do it. It's awesome. Plus you guys are here right now. It's awesome. Love it. Steven said, XP is a good OS for servers and testing. I agree fully. XP was a solid platform. I can't say anything bad about it. I was actually wished they had never discontinued support for it, because it was just rock solid. Yeah, admittedly, we can't run new and powerful, crazy things that need a lot to manage the CPU horsepower and RAM, but for basic server operation and basic logic level stuff, oh, it's perfect. Jay said, I have DOS 6.1 still, floppies. Jay said, hey Eric, remember Nerdy Zero Space? I stole the name. Good stuff. Alright guys, I think we're nearly about at our hour. If I don't see, I'm just going to double check and make sure we've actually got Skype open here. Oh, I'm on invisible. Well, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's what happens when I get yakking and not paying attention. I'm not invisible anymore, so I'll give it, we'll just give it a couple of minutes here and see whether if anyone wants to dial in. You're more than welcome. Otherwise, I think we're gonna call it a day, guys. Really enjoyed this one. Every week I enjoy it more and more. There seems to be more and more people swinging by. I don't need a big crowd either. I just love hanging out with any one of yous, and worst case scenario, I'll get a video after the fact that you guys can watch later. I don't know how, not a lot of playbacks on these videos. They're pretty long. Little tough to watch this long of a video. Appreciate you guys making the time for it. Tick said, have you done much SDR lately? Yes, Tick, I have. I decoded some more packet radio from the International Space Station. Ooh, what was that? Just before the weekend. The problem was I didn't. I thought I was recording a baseband recording on the SDR so I could do a good video for you guys after the fact. It turned out I didn't hit go on the baseband recording, so I totally screwed the pooch on that one. It was actually really good. There was lots of traffic on the ISS, so whatever. I do have a baseband recording from 3 weeks ago that I might turn into a video. Beyond that, on the SDRs, I use it every day for local actually local police quite common, and lately it's been the public works and our local hydro authorities. We've had three unintended major grid outages lately due to the really lousy feeder that comes into this town. It's an ancient, large, I forget, it's 44 kV I think line, and it's just falling apart. So when the thing goes out and knocks out like 30,000 people, I generally listen to see how long it's gonna be. But yeah, the SDR is great for that. Love it. And Jay said, I'll be here next show. Cheers, man. Bobby said, thank you, Eric. Thanks, guys. All right, guys. That's going to be about it. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. Really appreciate the thumbs up and the shares of the videos. Guys, good luck in all your electronics ventures, all your projects. Thank you for all your support and sharing and all the knowledge and videos and posts in the G Plus community. Guys, it helps me a ton. I really enjoy it. It's all part of the spending some time with you guys and learning new things. Just love it. Can't say enough, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Cheers, guys.